You know, sometimes we think it's got to be perfect before we get started. And I tell you, my friends, we have said time and time again, and we've heard it time and time again, where it's like, no, man, just get started. Steve Kyle's very famous. You know, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started, right? Well, you know what, guys? I have a story today. I'm here with a gal named Vicki, and we've got a story to prove just that. It's going to be great. Thanks for joining me here on the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Gray. We're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. I am here with Vicki Lasher. Is that it, Vicki? Vicki Lasher?
Yes.
And so just to get started, Vicki, I just love this story so much. But where are you located? Just where are you at? And how long you been in the business? Just give us that.
I'm in Fredericksburg, Texas, which is outside of Austin.
Okay.
Been here for about a year, lived in Austin for a while, in California before that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I've been in the industry. Actually, this year is year number 40.
40, go away. Really?
Years, yeah.
Wow. You're like me. Well, I'm 36 this year. I'm 30. Well, I wish I was 36 years old, but 36 years in the business. Been a long time, huh, girl?
It has been a long time. We've seen a lot.
We have seen a lot. So many things. Right. Oh, gosh. Well, it's good to know. I didn't realize you were in that long.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. Good. And so anyway, everybody, I wanted to get Vicki on the podcast because if you're not aware, I host what's called the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, and it's an absolutely free coaching Zoom call every Monday through Thursday. How often do you get on Breakfast Club, Vicki?
Every morning. It is
every morning.
Amazing. It's actually jump started me again. I was getting really depressed with the market we had.
Yeah.
You guys do a fabulous job. I actually just left you a Google review.
Nice.
You're the reason I get up every morning now.
Wow. I wish I had a nickel for every time I heard a lady say that, but actually I don't, because I wouldn't have very much money. Anyways, let's get started here. So I have to tee up this story, Vicki, because it's just so great. The way I opened this podcast is especially for those of us that have been at this for a while, but it doesn't matter how long we've been in the business. As originators, when we come up with an idea, or we decide we're going to try a strategy, or we decide I'm going to do this thing, right? Or maybe I want to do a podcast, or I want to, do whatever, right? We tend to maybe sometimes overthink that and get a little too hung up on, is it perfect? Is it perfect? Is it perfect? Is it perfect? And oftentimes that leads to launching said strategy or whatever this thing is we're trying to do. It tends to delaying it quite a bit, right? I've even seen it I've even done this myself personally. I'm no exception to the rule, right? I've done done it to where there's something time sensitive, like there's a particular program that's going to launch at a particular time or something, and I want to get some marketing going, but it just has to be just right to the point of where I miss the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I overthought it and I didn't get it out in time and whatever. I don't care, But I would love for you to go ahead and tell the story you shared with us on Loan Officer Breakfast Club. What were you doing? How'd you screw this thing up? And how the screw up played out for you. So go ahead, give it to us.
Okay.
What was going on?
So not only did I join Marketing Animals, but I also bought into your CRM, to the AI. I'm not super tech savvy. Being in the mortgage industry for 40 years, I'm kind of old school.
Right.
Took me a lot to even give up my paper files.
Right.
So, but I went ahead and went into your CRM and started playing around with it, added all my contacts, was trying to figure out what I was going to say, how I was going to say it, to send out an email to all of my clients. And I got the email in there the way I wanted it, and I went to test it on a Friday night.
Okay, so how many clients did you upload? Let's start there. How many people?
760.
So you get the CRM, you get in there. You're not that tech savvy. You're kind of like me either. Even with our own CRM, I'm not that tech savvy on it either. I'm like still struggling with some pieces of it just because I'm not that bright at it. It's got nothing to do with that, but it's all me. But so you get in there, you fumble your way into getting the database uploaded. Like, okay, I got the database. And then you figure out how to get an email started. Right.
Right.
And so, but then of course, like any smart originator would do, you're not just going to send it, you're going to test it. Right. And
Right.
just send yourself a test and make sure it looks okay. Right.
Exactly.
And so
That's
what happened?
what any normal person would do. But no,
Yes.
I hit the wrong button and I sent it Friday night to 760 clients. And we were headed into a movie and my phone started blowing up.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. Within the first hour, I had probably close to 100 text messages.
Are you serious?
Serious.
So this is off an email?
It's off an email. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it went out both email and the way our CRM works.
Yes.
But I had it set so if somebody answered the email in 2 minutes, it went to text message, not knowing I did that. And my phone blew up. I turned it off for the movie, obviously.
Oh my gosh. So
Turned
you
it
had
back.
you set up the reactivator, the AI.
Yeah.
So you got it all plugged in and ready to go.
Yeah.
And if you guys aren't aware, in our CRM, the marketing animal CRM, the AI CRM, that you can do that. It's a database reactivator. We upload the database. It shoots an email. If it doesn't hear anything back, then it sends a text, and then it actually engages with the people, the whole thing. So, and of course, any normal originator like Vicki and myself, I would have been like, well, I'm going to send this out all at once. I don't know how this thing's going to go. I just want to, let me just send it to myself and let me feel out how it works before I do any of this. You push the wrong button, it goes out to everybody.
I don't even know how I did it because I even had it set out just to do 25 people a day, but no, it went out to everybody.
Okay, so you start getting texted and it's starting to blow up, and then where does it go? What happens next?
I actually within the next day or Saturday, I had 2 pre-approvals out. Was able to turn them over to 2 of my agents for people who wanted to buy. I
No
have
way. So wait. You got pre-approvals that resulted in also referrals that you were able to hand back.
I did. So
Redonkulous.
I had 3 refis that I'm working on now because of it. I had a lot of people who reached out who said, "Oh my God, it's so good to hear from you. We wondered where you're at, and we'll definitely send you anybody we know of." I've got so many of those emails. It's been amazing.
Wow.
People I just hadn't connected with in the last few years. COVID happened and connections got lost, and
Yeah, sure.
but now people know who I am and where I'm at, and people calling just to say hello. Um, and then I got a call the other day, which really took me by surprise, and it was a client. And if I had not messed up, this wouldn't have happened. But he was a client that I had done his loan for him several years ago. At the time, his wife was pregnant with twins. They've had twins, and his job got transferred, and he is moving from one area of the state to another area of the state. And he had just called his servicer and was talking to them about getting a loan on a multi-million-dollar purchase. And when he got my email, he called me. He goes, "I was talking to my servicer, but I would so much rather deal with you."
Yeah.
So we are working on getting him pre-approved. So
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, I just feel like I need to light a cigarette right now, Vicki. Just like, it's so cool when screwing up pays off that big.
It's so amazing.
I mean, I'll be honest, Vicki. What do you think? I'll be honest. Like, usually, if that didn't go out right by you screwing up, pushing the wrong stupid button, you might still be hemming and hawing over that thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you might, right?
Well, you know what it made me, it really pushed me forward. So now I've joined Call Stars twice this week.
Good.
Which I have been procrastinating about. It
Yeah.
was just it turned my life because I was so down about the way business has been. I'm, even in 07, 08, it wasn't this bad. But it made me realize that it's this bad because it was my attitude. And it made
Yeah.
me realize that just an attitude change changes your world.
Wow. What a great story. I love it too, because it's kind of like, well, if screwing up on this email worked, well, how bad could I screw it up on these phone calls? You know
Right?
what I mean? Like, why not screw those up too?
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
screwing up is awesome. Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a
Yeah.
world of difference.
A world of difference. What a great story, Vicki. And I know this is a short podcast, but words of advice from a 40-year vet who was down in the dumps, little depressed, right? Words of advice to someone else who might be listening right now who feels the same way you felt. What would you say to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. What would you say to do?
Just go for it. The worst anybody can say is no. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't had people opt out, because I have, even people that I never thought would opt out.
Right.
But that's fine, because the positivity that has come into my life because of screwing up has been so extreme that it's changed my trajectory into a new realm. And I know now that I'm going to make it through this time, and I'm going to come out on head. And it's just, you have to go for it.
I love it. I love it. I already gave you a Loan Officer Breakfast Club t-shirt, right? Didn't I
Yes.
get that in the works? Okay, so you've got that going on. So good for you. All right. Well,
Wearing
this
it
is
too.
enough. Sorry.
I said I'll be wearing it too.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, you have to wear it. It has superpowers. Trust me. But I we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just had to hear the story. It's just such a motivational, encouraging word, and do me a favor though, if somebody has not joined Breakfast Club, what would you say to them?
Oh, it's so worth it. Join today. And honestly, get on the call, or the call
Call
star.
stars.
And yeah, but make the most of it. I joined the first of the year. I haven't really done a lot with it because I was trying to figure out the CRM, but I'm go for it. Just go for it.
Awesome stuff, Vicki. Thank you so much. What a great story. I'm so excited for you. Vicki Lasher, everybody. So that's so great when screwing up pays off big. We need to learn how to screw up more often. All of us do. You've inspired me. So thanks for joining us today and sharing your quick story. I super appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No problem. And for the rest of you who are listening, listen, Loan Officer Breakfast Club is absolutely free. Doesn't cost a penny, just free. And we're Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's a super fun time. It's a great time, isn't it, Vicki? It's a good time.
It is a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
you learn things.
Lots of things. Yeah. And you learn things, primarily how to screw up, and make it pay off. But yeah, Loan Officer Breakfast Club's absolutely free. And then, of course, Vicki was talking about call stars, and that is part of the paid program with Mortgage Marketing Animals. But I got to tell you, Mortgage Marketing Animals is $13.23 a day.
Worth every penny.
You could do call stars, which you're starting to experiment with and start doing, right? Is it worth $13.23 a day?
One loan pays for your whole year.
For your whole year, and you'll get a loan. If you show up and do call stars, you'll get a loan. There's no doubt about that. So anyways, Vicki, thank you so much once again. And that's so cool. Looking forward to seeing you on Breakfast Club again, and keep us posted on things go. Congrats on the business that you got from screwing up. Totally awesome. So glad to see you're going to go screw up and making phone calls. And, I just looking forward to see what a screwed up year you have by doing this. I think it's going to be a great screwed up year. So, at any rate, we'll get out of here, guys. Don't forget, join us at Loan Officer Breakfast Club, loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. And of course, if you want to explore, call stars and getting connected to Mortgage Marketing Animals, just go to dailysuccessplan.com, dailysuccessplan.com. With that, we'll get out of here and we'll catch up with you guys later. We'll see you. See you, Vicki.
Bye.
All right. For the rest of you, see you later. Bye-bye.